Rubio in Budapest this morning talked about these two negotiations that are going on and perfectly represented the president's posture on both Iran and Ukraine, Russia. He'd like deals. He's going to work hard with his people for deals. But if there are no good deals to be had, they'll walk away. And in the case of Iran, if they walk away, they'll bomb Tehran back to the Stone Age, turn it into a parking lot, using all the cliches. And if they can't get a deal with Russia, we'll see what they do. But they'll almost certainly put more sanctions on Russia. Here's the secretary this morning in Budapest. 109, please.
We have to understand that Iran ultimately is governed, and its decisions are governed by Shia clerics, radical Shia clerics, okay? These people make policy decisions on the basis of pure theology. That's how they make their decisions. So it's hard to do a deal with Iran. We've always said it's hard, but we're going to try. That's what the president is trying. I'm not going to prejudge those talks. I'm certainly not going to negotiate with Iran here in front of the press and on the stage. Our negotiators are on their way there now. They'll have meetings. We'll see what happens. We're hopeful there's a deal. The president always prefers peaceful outcomes and negotiated outcomes to things. He's a president that's shown his willingness to talk to anyone and meet with anyone. And I think if there's an opportunity here to diplomatically reach an agreement that addresses the things we're concerned about, we will be very open and welcoming to that. But I don't want to overstate it either. It's going to be hard.
This weekend, Larry, how many cities around the world had pro-Iranian regime change protests?
The three major ones were Toronto, LA, and Berlin?
Yeah.
Or Munich? A German city.
Yeah, in Munich.
Where was
It was
Lindsey with the...
Yeah, it was in Munich. Yeah,
that was
Lindsay
Munich.
joined
Right.
it.
Yeah,
This is Toronto. These were massive. These were tens of thousands, I think hundreds of thousands.
Estimated 300,000 plus.
In Toronto and LA. Okay, and I think the one in Munich was pretty big too. So hundreds of thousands of people. I don't know how many of them are Iranian exiles, but this is kind of extraordinary. I continue to believe that we're going through some disinformation now. The government is very cleverly seeding with reporters two notions. One is they want a deal, but the other is if there's no deal, there's going to be not just bombing, but there's going to be other things like jamming of things and high-tech things and maybe poisoning of people. And there's some reports that there's going to be a sustained American-Israeli campaign if there's no deal. So, Kevin, 0 is no chance for a deal, a successful negotiation, and 10 is a peace at hand. Where are you in terms of right now, in terms of likelihood of a deal?
Hopefully 0. Again, the regime is at its weakest point ever since
So you oppose a deal.
I take out the regime, and the president teased that on the human rights element of it. 30,000 dead Iranians on the streets.
Yeah.
We've got 2 carriers there. There's no negotiation at this point, and the Iranians aren't going to back away from a civilian nuclear program, which is the big stumbling block. And Trump telegraphed that he would approve Israeli strikes on their ballistic missile facilities and taking out some of the key leadership. So let's do it. Come on,
Larry. Kevin displaying his inner John Bolton there.
Yeah, my inner Hillary Clinton and my hawkish nature is coming out.
Larry, do you think the deal could be at hand? Whether Kevin's desire is there isn't one, but
leaving my opinion in terms of whether I support a deal or not, I think that I'm with Kevin in terms of there isn't going to be a deal. I think moving the Ford, the aircraft carrier Gerald Ford, and that carrier group there as well. So now you've got 2 carrier groups in the area, plus the relative silence around that Netanyahu visit. We all predicted there would be a photo op, that there would be conversation. They had a quick photo op at Blair House with Rubio, nothing with President Trump. I think that was a serious conversation that happened.
There's a not, and my previous statement on this is reflective of this. There's not a 0% chance. There's not an 0% chance that this is not going to be just kind of like a pinprick strike to get them back to the table or to degrade. This could be a sustained effort, and again, not just bombing tactical and strategic sites, but assassinations of scientists and military leaders, and an effort to really cripple the regime in a substantial way, and maybe even tell the Chinese stop buying oil. I mean, this is a potentially, not predicting it, but it could happen, and it would be a very big deal. And part of the confusion, right? The president originally said, well, we might strike to help the protesters, and now it's all about the nuclear program, and for the Israelis, the missile program. But this may be Donald Trump saying, This is my legacy moment. I said that I would be the president who successfully had fostered regime change after the previous presidents all rooted for it. They had moments, the Arab Spring and that other thing, I forget what that was called, where it looked like there might be an uprising sufficient to depose the government. And Trump may just go for it with Netanyahu with a quiet assent of the Saudis and the Emiratis. So we'll see. But this is a potentially very big week.
You can't say help is on the way and thousands of Iranians get slaughtered in the streets because of that hope that we gave them and not do anything.
Yeah. All right. We'll see.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.